Being a housewife is not a reward. Being a woman of leisure is a reward.
Well, that's the same thing.
No, they're not. No, they're not. If you're a woman of leisure, if you are a woman of leisure, you don't have responsibilities. Your responsibility is being a woman of leisure. If you are a housewife, you maintain and you manage the house. That's not a reward. It's a job. Whether it's only 20 hours a week, it's still a job.
If there's no kids,
If you trying to reward me because I was there through the tough times, let me be a woman of leisure. Let me be a kept woman. That is a reward. Rewarding me with washing dishes is not a fucking reward. Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Erin the Renegade, and welcome to 8 at the Table, where we are in a no judgment zone. We keep it fire with all of our incredible topics, and we really want to make sure that you guys stay engaged. So make sure you hit us up on YouTube, on our Instagram, and please get in the comments and thumb thug with us because we're gonna come for you, and we're just gonna be entertained. But anyway. Guys, we have a very special guest, so I want to go ahead and jump it off. Give us your info, everything. Let us know who you are, what you got going.
All right. My name is Harry O. I do stand-up comedy, skits, videos. You can find me at Harry O, at Comedian Harry O, everything. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. I got a show coming up in, actually a couple shows coming up this month out here in the New York and Jersey area.
All right. Well, at the end of the show, we're gonna make sure you give us the information on the shows.
Bet.
And my co-host,
It's your boy Oliver L. Luke. What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people?
and last but not least,
And worse.
I'll introduce him. His name is Rico Hondo. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
You know,
So we're gonna jump it off today with the interwebs are going crazy on this topic. The whole 50-50 thing.
This is Erin and Rico's favorite topic.
Best topic.
And honest, you want to know something funny? Like, because people are talking about it so much right now, I've been thinking about it a lot. And I was listening to former First Lady Michelle Obama talk about 50-50, and that actually kind of gave me a different perspective. So I really might shock y'all. On what I have
She
to
has
say.
saw the light, finally.
you know what I realized in my life in this 5 years of podcasting? Is that women only listen to women. That's what
Of course.
and that doesn't matter what we say. But we'll go
No.
ahead. We'll tell you our
What
perspective.
did Michelle Obama bestow on you
Please.
that made you saw the light, Miss Erin
Bestow.
Renegade?
Well, one thing is typically when we're talking about 50-50 here on the show, it's about paying bills. And 9 times out of 10, that's always the conversation here. But now that everybody's kind of talking about it now, and Michelle Obama said something about it, and I've always thought this, it's never gonna be 50-50. Sometimes somebody's giving 10, and sometimes somebody is giving 90. And at the end of the day, it's really what works for your relationship at that time. And then when we were talking about this the other day, as far as like, if you're in a building stage in your relationship, maybe you have to be 50-50 on the bills. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like I'm past my building stage. So like let's not confuse things.
Erin, we know.
No, okay, we're still building, but we're not in the struggling building stage. I think there's a difference.
Okay.
Yes.
Because part of that is like survival.
Not struggling. Let's say finance.
Huh?
Let's say just financial building stage. Because struggling is subjective, right? Some people.
But we're gonna be building forever.
And that's the key. And I think and that's what I want to hone in on when we talk about 50-50 is I'm not talking about the finances in terms of bills. I'm talking about the finances and the willingness and totality of your relationship.
But that ain't what you've been saying. Let's not.
Listen,
That ain't what you've been saying, Rico.
I didn't cut Aaron off.
Yeah, but I'm cutting you off. But that ain't what you've been
I didn't
saying.
cut Aaron
It's
off.
not a 50-50 conversation.
Thank you. It ain't.
Not at all.
This
It
is
ain't.
clearly not 50-50.
It ain't. It ain't.
So
95.
yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, and that's the reality of most situations if you're in a relationship for a long period of time, and especially if you start off as a young age. if we're going to be together for 10, 20 years, maybe I'm doing 70-30 right now. And if I'm chasing my dreams or something like that is happening and I'm trying to build towards a vision and I fall short on the finances, but my vision is actually still pursuing in the up and up, maybe my girl switches to 70-30, right? But in the whole collective time span of our relationship, are we really 50-50? And I think that's the main thing that we got to hone in on. The willingness to be able to pick up when it's time for you to pick up. And that's the only type of woman that I want in my life. If I mean, right now I'm at a point in my life where I am very stable, but nothing is promised. So if I do, or if I was to be able, or God forbid, fall off tomorrow, I would hope that my girl possesses the willingness to go the same percentage I'm going right now, and flip flop. So then that way we can go ahead and see it through. And I think that's the most important thing because we hear a lot of women today on social media and podcasts say that's if you're going 50-50 on the bills, you're a roommate. But you could, like Aaron's point, you could be in the building stage with this person. This is and to be real, most people ain't making money, men and women, right? And I appreciate and admire all the people who are not buying into the hype of finding a person with money because only 15% of people make over six figures in this country. So what are we really trying to what I'm really trying to say is that as a woman or a man, you have to be possessing the willingness to pick up the burden in whatever point in time that it calls for you within your relationship. Obviously, I'm not saying to be taken advantage of. Whatever your time and threshold is, that's for you, but you have to be willing to go through it to that point regardless. My leg's gonna be up the whole episode.
Aaron, you got
What is? Oh no, I don't have a rebuttal. I just my whole thing is that I don't. My view has just changed when I think 50-50, because this is the conversation that we've always had on here, is bills.
Mhm.
No, I'm not. But that's me. That is my personal experience, my personal life. If it's 50-50, then yeah, we are roommates. No, I'm lying, but we're not. But I'm lying. I'm joking.
no, I get it.
But that's just not where I am in my life right now.
I think for me, I'm gonna take it a little left, but still in the pocket of 50-50 because I'm always gonna go the mental. I think also 50-50 also can look what is your mental capacity when you're in this relationship. Yes, money is important. Let's not get it twisted, but there's another aspect that comes into it that a lot of people don't touch on because there's always bills and the car notes and kids, but it's also like a mental capacity as well. Like when you're entering a relationship, you know, let's say you enter the relationship at 27 and then you guys go another 5 years, like your mental has changed, your mental has grown. And I think, that's what Michelle Obama was saying that, at this point, this was working or, I picked the slack, but I also took mental stability, a mental maturity to sit there and be willing to do that and also not berate her husband. Because she could have looked at him, like, you doing this or you not doing that. So mentally, I would say, I want to tap into the man and the woman's psyche of like, what it is 50-50 mentally outside of the finances, outside of, the kids. Because I think that's something we need to talk about. Talk about when you're entering a relationship and when you're in a relationship and for it to continue growing to leave room for like growth mentally. So I just wanted to just put that out there as well. That's another contributing factor.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
I think that she was probably comfortable in doing that because at the end of the day, she was a trained attorney. She could always go back to work and provide. But
True.
I understand that her husband had a vision, was actively working towards that vision, was hitting goals and milestones towards that vision, not just sitting back talking about, oh, I'm gonna do this. No, bruh. What are you actually doing? What goals and milestones are you hitting to actually make that happen? And I think the more he kept going and the more he proved himself, that's what convinced her. Okay, cool. I'll take on more right now. I'll pull back from my career. I'll do X, Y, and Z so that our family can support your vision because at the end of the day, it's going to ultimately benefit the family.
Shout out to those women
This is true.
that see that vision and that's gonna go along for the ride. Some women aren't gonna do that. They be like, you hitting your goal, but like, where's the money at? Where's this at? Like, it's taking too long. So shout out to the Michelle's mindset of the world.
That go
I
with
have
it.
to, because not every woman is, and that's what I like. Shout out to Michelle, that I like that,
Yeah.
because you with your man in the trenches. He's hitting these goals, but
But
some
I don't
women,
think she was really in the
well, not
trenches.
but you know what I'm
They
saying.
was
Like,
never
she
in the
was along for
trenches.
the ride.
They got
Right.
money.
But
It-
she was along for the ride, because some
She was
women
along for the ride,
don't
yes.
see that. Even though you're hitting the goal, they're still like, where's the money? Let's not be. There are some women, not all, that's like, even though you're hitting your goal, I hit my goal, but like, where's the turnaround? Where is the money? Where is these accolades? Like, let's not act like I'm saying something that's like
Yeah.
gibberish. So
But it depends on what level the woman is at. Like, because if y'all are good in financing, the woman's gonna ride with you. Be like, oh, okay, he hitting his goals. I can maintain
what if
this.
she's-
I can
what
hold
if we're
on this.
not good at finances at the moment.
Then that's when they ain't gonna last that long. Then
And
that's
that
when-
that is a problem. Let's not act like
But
that's not a
messed
problem.
up, though.
No, it's not messed
If
up.
we're not good financially at the moment, I'm not talking about a guy that's going to stay broke. Right, let's just say 2 years. It's why not? Like you said, pick up the slack. Like Rico said, you see my vision, you get it. For these 2 years, are you willing to grind
I'm
out?
going ahead.
But if it doesn't come fast enough and these bills are piling up, there's a problem. We need this money now. We don't need this money later. But that's where that problem is.
Thank you.
That's when the guilt, like, I see you achieving your goals. I see you making it. But as soon as, like, it's not coming in fast enough, like, hey, these lights going to be turned off tomorrow.
Listen, I do agree.
I
and
agree.
and I understand, but one thing I want to say is this is just an observation that I've had in my life. Men that have had a woman that was with them from the very beginning of their financial climb
Mhm.
have a different level of appreciation for their woman than the men who got a woman once they already reached their peak. And it's because I know there's no doubt in my mind that you're with me, regardless of what we go through. Most times, like I said, it's my observation.
Mhm.
A man who gets a woman when they're already at the up and they're at their height, in the back of their mind, there's an inkling thing that just sits there. Possibly, it's only a possibility. If everything was to crumble today, how long would she ride with me? And that's why I think it's important for women to actually go through the building phases. I don't think that every man is going to be successful. I'm looking at it right here, and only the average medium a week a man is earning is about $1,100 in America. So I know not every man is going to be successful. That's 83% of men in America. Now, and granted, yes, if some women want to have more in a man, that is possible, and maybe you should not settle. However, maybe that man can go into the next level of the 17% of men that is earning more than $1,100 a week.
Mm-hmm.
And if he does, obviously you have to be the mature adult and see what you're dealing with. If he's providing actual accolades and showing that he's, achieving his potential and what he's preaching to you,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to have a different level of appreciation for you as a woman than if you were to leave and he was to achieve and he would go get another girl.
I
can see what he means by that. Yeah, I can see your
it's
point.
poetic, but you
Yes.
know what I always hear? They say that men are with women they can afford at the time, versus when they get their come up,
This is true.
they get like a better woman.
We
That
upgrade.
would not be me.
I don't know if that's the truth. I'm
That
just
would not be
this is
me.
what men say.
That's
I don't
basically-
know.
Look
That's
at LeBron,
basically talking about-
look at Michelle Obama. Look at like
LeBron
Wait. First off, you can't use NBA players because NBA players, once they get their contract, they get a white girl.
LeBron stayed with his girl. LeBron didn't stay with his wife.
I'm not saying
One.
I'm not saying that. Yo, listen. There's also a saying called "It's
Kobe
cheaper
was
to
with-
keep her," right?
It is cheaper to keep her.
So like a lot of men, don't get me wrong, and I do agree because there is a flip side. There is a flip side that say that listen, some men will replace their wife or their girlfriend if she's not a wife once he does get to that height of his life, right? But there are probably other factors and reasons why he's doing that.
yes,
Right?
because- yeah.
So a lot of men, and this is real because it goes on both sides of the fence. A lot of people who are dealing with somebody who doesn't believe in their dream, but they love them, will carry them along the way and then replace them once they achieve it. right? So maybe that woman was like, every time I said I wanted to be a rapper, she was like, okay. Every time I said, hey, pay for a studio session just to support me, she said, I don't got it right now. Or why don't we just go get groceries? And then he goes ahead and he becomes Drake. And then she gets replaced. That's on her.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait. So the rap time in the studio is more important than the
I'm
groceries?
saying the support. Like, so the thing is like, if you want to support,
hitting his goals. Remember, you
yeah.
saw the Obama hitting his goals. You see him going after.
Okay,
his goals.
I wouldn't use the fact of saying going to the studio. It would have to be like going to have to get a plane ticket to go meet somebody that's important over there. Like studio and go and get groceries.
What if that song? Well, look, I could play devil's advocate too. What if that song is a song that's a determining factor between him not having a record deal and him having a record deal?
If he needs that song to take it out there, then yes, I understand.
No,
completely.
I'm saying he went to the studio and recorded that song.
Oh, that was the song that he recorded. That's the one that made him.
You never know.
You don't. He can still make that song. Just
Listen,
not this week. Make it next week.
Look. I've had girls that supported me in different ways, right? And it was never out of a need of necessity. It was out of a need that I want to show I support you. So even right now, right? I had my girls like, hey, listen, you haven't been to a studio in about a month. Your next studio session is on me. It was just a kind gesture.
Yeah.
But that allows me to know that she's aligned with my vision. Regardless if she agrees with it, she's aligned with it, and she's going to help contribute to it.
Okay.
So now, I mean, and granted, there's a lot of big things happening in 2023. Y'all stay tuned. We got some big record deals that are being signed as we speak. She's going to reap the benefits versus the one that didn't. And that's just how it goes. Like, people got to understand you earn different sides of your partner. If you go through different things and you exude and exert different efforts within your relationship, you're going to unlock a different amount of loyalty and faithfulness in your partner. And a lot of times, and this is just my perspective, a lot of times it comes during defining moments, a.k.a. the struggling times. How do I know you're really with me if we've never struggled together or never had an obstacle? Maybe not struggling, but if we've never had an obstacle, are we just living in la la land? Or are you really with me no matter what? Because thick and thin does not exist in 2022. They only want to come in when shit is thick. They don't want to come in when shit is thin. So how do I know you're going to be here when shit get frail? I don't. And we just, as a man who is achieving everything I've ever dreamed about in my life, I do not trust a new girl coming in at this height. I don't do. It's harder for me. Because how do I know you're going to be here if shit goes south?
But anything is likely. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know that person is going to be there. I understand what you're saying because that person would appear to be loyal because they've stuck by you during not so great times, you know. But I guess I still question.
But it's your mentality.
What do you mean?
It's your mentality. If you tell me, hey, listen, I'm here, but I'll never go 50-50 with you. I already know your willingness is not here. You've already defined what your character is when push comes to shove. I don't have to guess who you are. You've already disclosed that information to me.
Now it's on you to make that choice.
Now it's a conscious decision of whether I just want somebody who's going to be here for the good times.
But that's not going 50-50 doesn't mean that they're only there for the good times.
Well, I mean, now I'm not talking about 50-50 on the previous episodes. I'm talking about 50-50 in the episode that I just described earlier right now. The episode of like, or the perspective of like, hey, listen, right now I could be going 100. I'm 100 and you're at 0. But maybe this last 7 years, shit hits the fan. I need you to go to 100 for 3 years. That's 50-50.
Yes.
I went 100 for a certain time frame. Now you're going 100. But if you're not willing to do it,
is it really ever acceptable to be at 0?
I think it is acceptable.
There's definitely hard times to go be at 0 though.
It depends on the risk that you're willing to take.
0.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Bad accident.
Wait. Let's paint a picture of what 0 is. 0 means that you're not putting anything into that relationship. You're not putting anything into the relationship. You're not putting anything into that woman. You're not putting anything into the house. You are at zero. That's what I'm saying. How
intangibles or
see, that's
intangibles?
what I'm
no,
saying. No,
I'm
no,
talking
no.
that
Are you talking about
and
both?
this is why I'm trying to clarify.
Yeah.
My question is it ever acceptable to be at zero?
I need
But
more
zero-
context. So certain
with
context.
I got one.
All right, go ahead. Finish. Wait,
Because,
finish.
and I don't mean just money.
Yeah,
I'm
so intangibles as well, you're saying.
anything. Because
Intangibles and tangibles
yeah.
cohesively included.
yeah.
No.
I don't know. Y'all was saying yeah, so I just want to know.
We're saying yeah in terms of tangibles. Because if I'm a man and it's going to cost me, for example, and I know a story and I can't say his name, but he only had $300,000 to his name and he made a $287,000 investment. And he said, hey, listen, this is the last of my money. If this goes south, I have to go back to the streets. Luckily, it made him $300 million. Okay? I can't tell you who it is and what it is, but it made him a lot of fucking money. Right? And it's somebody we all know today. Very famous person. But granted, whatever girl he was dealing with, shit, $13,000 left to your name is damn near zero if you had 300. We gonna call it 13%. But I'm saying like you gotta. Some men have to make a certain sacrifice, and some sacrifices cost for you to go all in. Do you trust him, or do you not trust him? Is the real question. Do you trust that he can bounce back even if he fails on this? You know, I don't know.
I was watching the movie The Founder, and that's how McDonald's got started. So he was dating his wife. No, he was married to his wife, and he was always like selling appliances. You know, that's what he did. His name was McCruger, and he's the one that took McDonald's for the McDonald's brothers. But it's about the wife thing while I'm bringing this up. So anyway, he took a lien against the house. He didn't tell his wife, so he leveraged that because he wanted to
out of line.
have money to
Out of
he wanted to have
line.
money to compete with
Yeah,
like trying to
okay.
get this.
Out of fucking
So
line.
he did that, and she did what you just said. She flipped out like, "How could you do this and not tell me?" Guess what? He said, "Okay." The deal hit. She's arguing. He said, "You can have the house and the car. I'm good." And he left her for another woman that saw his vision.
She's still entitled to have.
No. She doesn't get. She don't get that. You're missing the point.
How?
When he was in his building stages, she never believed, but he just stuck it out, right? Because that was his wife.
But didn't he take money out of their home?
No, he paid her. Okay, my bad. When he started getting the height of it, he was smart enough to like give her the money, like I give you some money, whatever. But she never got the McDonald's money
Afterwards.
She never got that.
He cut the tie.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did it quickly. He
Oh, well,
paid-
that's different.
no. But to Rico's point,
She didn't get the full benefits.
she didn't trust him.
Yeah.
And that's
She didn't
fair.
trust. Oh, going back to the 50-50 thing.
Sorry.
It's like Rico said, it's about a trust thing, and I get it. Sometimes it's blind faith, but if you know your partner, if you see him making his goal, was there a zero?
Child, I'm
Damn,
sorry.
you just going on.
That's like Christmas carols.
Aaron's soul.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know.
It might be important. It might be important.
Oh, because you were talking about is zero ever acceptable?
Mhm.
In her eyes, he was at zero because she was like, "You always going door to door selling this. You going for a different establishment." And he just needed someone to believe in him, whether it's the company, whether it was his wife. And the main thing, his wife, that was his home. He can take from his colleague because he was getting ridiculed. He was going to, back I said, this is probably in the 50s and 60s. He was going to like those burger joints, really just trying to sell appliances, and nobody believed in him, not his wife. So yes, to your point, him taking a lean out on the house and not telling her, not cool. But he already knew that she didn't see the vision. But he said, you know what? Even though she don't see the vision, I'm still gonna do this. Unbeknownst to him, when we win, we all gonna win. He could have went differently. So what I'm saying is, can zero be acceptable? To her eyes, that was zero. And she didn't accept it, and look, she lost out. So I think sometimes zero can be accepted, but if it's intentional and you know your partner, and sometimes, blind faith. You believe in God, you don't see him, right?
Ever.
He don't come when he wants you to. He come when you needs to, and that was that moment. That's it.
Typically, the the winner or the person who comes out successful or comes out the victor, they're the ones who write the history. So really, I mean, I'm just saying, it's based on somebody's real life, but we don't know how supportive this woman was. It sounds like he just found another side and wanted to be with his side. That's what it sounds like. I'm just saying, But again, I ain't write the story. The man is the one because he was the victor. He wrote the story. But I just think that let's keep in mind perspective. That's all I'm saying.
So he did it out of spite?
I'm not saying spite. I'm saying that when you're the one with the platform, when you're the one with the money and the power, you create the narrative. You create the story. You create the headline. You create the lies that can turn into the truth.
But why would he make it now?
What do you mean?
What does it benefit on him? McDonald's is already a multi-billion-dollar business.
But that guy didn't write that movie. I'm just saying what was perpetuated in history and then turned into a movie came from him, came from his story. And because he's the one that came out on top, we only got his side.
He didn't.
It sounded like he had a side piece. That's all.
I got a question to ask you. So you are sorta ish married, right? And I want to talk about
What is sorta ish? Are you married?
I'll ask a
Complicated.
question. He'll go.
So
So my question is, why I'm bringing this up is, I mean, Aaron, yes, you are married, Aaron, but also this is a guy that is married as well. What does 50-50 look like to you in your perspective?
50-50 means to me, basically, it's down the middle, no matter what it is. If it's bills, if it comes to the kids, if it comes to the household, 50-50 means like we're going to work this out. Like if, let's say she gets paid more than I do, then I'm picking up the slack everywhere else. So she could take the higher bill, like for instance, like the mortgage. But it's my job to get the groceries, the electric bills, the cable bills, everything else. But because if I handle that, if I jump 50-50 on to the mortgage, it's going to affect me as my pockets later on down the line. So later on, she's going to wind up carrying me.
Yeah.
So we got to make it work.
You know what I realized too, and think maybe this is a new narrative that we can actually start to push and make sure that it's actually understood. 50-50 is not just a financial thing.
Exactly.
50-50 is a sacrificial thing. So are you really sacrificing the same amount as me?
Yep.
That's the main thing I need to know. If I'm over here and if I am carrying the weight of every single bill in this house, you need to be sacrificing everything to maintain that house. That's the way we are 50-50. Now, if you are not, or if you have a problem with it, see, this is the thing this is where I lose, certain things. When you have a problem with sacrificing, when I say problem, when you complain about your sacrificing part, now it's like you're doing a 50-50 thing, but you're not being appreciative of your spouse's sacrifice, right? Now,
Well, you saying because you complain about what you're doing, that insinuates that you don't appreciate your spouse's efforts?
In a sense, you're kind of looking at it as less than yours. Because in order for me to...
Oh, you're complaining about what they're doing.
No, let's say if I'm complaining about what I'm doing, right? But let's say if, for example, she's cooking and she's cleaning, right? And she's complaining about the expectations on her to cook and clean. But I'm not complaining about the expectations of me paying all the bills. That means you're belittling my duty to our relationship, because you're looking at it as less than. If now, my thing that I always say is, can you switch roles, right? Me personally, and this is just my life is different from most men's, right? I was able to switch roles, but it never really fully switched, right? I was able to take care of the kids and watch the kids every single day. Well, I have money coming in doing only 5 to 10 hours of work a week, right? So when my girl used to be like, you don't know what it's like, you know what I'm saying, to watch the kids all day, every day. I said, okay, go get a job for a month, 2 months. It lasted 2 months. And I'm going to watch the kids every day. And I did it, and it was actually, I'm not saying it was easy, but I did it with no complaints. Now there's nothing that you can tell me. And mind you, I still paid all the bills. But this was a learning moment for her, because I was like, I can sacrifice and do your part and do my part, but I'm not complaining about it. I'm acknowledging that you're already sacrificing, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
But I don't think it's fair to say that
This is a true
your
story, guys.
displeasure,
You was
your
sending them bitches
displeasure in
trouble
the
charges.
moment about
said what?
something.
What'd you say?
You was sending them kids to bed like right at 11 o'clock.
Right.
Hey, it's nap time.
Nigga, you know, best
Everybody
believe
go to sleep.
My daughter was definitely getting melatonin.
Put some in, here you go. Hey, he want some orange juice, baby?
But you know what? Yo, and I don't want to make this about me. But you know what? The part that got me more mad about it, because then after all that, my girl was like, "Yo, the kids are easier when they're with you." No, they're
they're
not.
not.
Easier when they're with me. It's just about learning how to parent different kids differently. Like each kid is different.
Your dad, you're a jungle gym.
Yeah, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. I'm the one that they look to have fun. I'm the one that has to do everything with them. You can chill out and tell them yes and no. She's gonna come to me with a toy and be like, "Get up, please." So it's like it's way different. I mean, we're not comparing, but
No, not at all.
So my question is
I'm not
that
complaining, guys.
are we saying
Nowhere near.
are we saying that if you complain about what you're doing, that it means that you are in some way like not tied into what the vision is, or not tied into what the agreement is?
Yes,
Because no,
There's no-
hold on, let me explain.
We all about to get her.
Because I'm just
He said, "Yeah, no."
I'm just saying it like this. Like say like fuck, I'm tired. Oh my god, I can't fold these 7 loads of laundry. Yes, I'm complaining.
Well, no, I don't
Yes,
mean by tired. I mean like I shouldn't
Okay,
have
so-
to do this. Why am I doing this?
Oh, okay.
All you do is that. That's what I
Okay.
mean. We both getting tired.
Well, okay, so that's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. When
We
I'm
both
thinking
getting tired.
complain, I'm like, I do shit all the time and I complain about it, but I still do it because it has to get done.
Yeah, I think that like being physically tired is not. I agree. That is technically a complaint.
Mhm.
What I'm saying is complaining in the sense of why do I have to do this? Or why when you start to complain in regards to you feeling like you're doing the bulk load of the work,
Okay.
you're minimalizing. Did I say that right? Minimalizing
Yeah.
your spouse's sacrifice to your relationship,
Yes.
right? Especially, and I'm only speaking from a personal perspective, if there's kids involved, right? If I don't like, yo, listen, a housewife with no kids is an easy job. Okay.
Or a nanny.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot to
Yeah,
manage
or
a
a
house.
nanny.
Or a nanny.
Well, it depends. If you have a
what do
5,000
you
square foot
managing?
home,
It's
it
a
might be
lot to
different.
manage
If
a
there's
house.
no kids in the house, what are you managing?
It's a lot.
Or
to
if you have a
manage
nanny.
house.
I'm asking,
Or
what
if
are you
you have a nanny,
managing?
yeah.
Okay.
Forget the nanny.
No nanny?
The man makes the bulk of the money. You are at home. What is a lot to manage? The fridge?
I have a day job, obviously, and I still work here, and I still manage my real estate, and I still take care of shit at home with my parents in Houston, and I still manage my home here,
Yeah, but
right?
when
I don't want to make this about
You
you.
gave yourself 4
I'm talking about in
jobs.
general.
I said a housewife. I didn't say.
Yeah.
I didn't
You
say
Aaron.
an entrepreneur
Thank you.
and lawyer. Like I didn't.
It's not
I
about
didn't-
you.
I-
This is
I-
for the
I didn't-
audience.
yeah.
Okay, but okay,
You're not
I
a
can
housewife.
You're right, but I'm saying I can only look at it from the perspective of how much I do to manage my house. It is a lot. Just
And
to
that's different.
just to get somebody to come and blow leaves off your yard. Just to get somebody to come and change the lights. Just to get somebody to come and cut the grass. To get somebody, you got to get the dishes,
Time
the
out.
food. Wait, let me finish. The wash dishes, the food, clean up after your husband, clean up after yourself. Make sure all his stuff is taken care of. You paying all the bills, like physically, not with his money. You paying all the bills. Well, I'm just
That's
saying.
a lot. That's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to do all of that. What?
Hey Siri, get me a lawnmower company.
No, it's not that easy. Will you just let somebody
Siri,
come in?
give me a
No,
chef.
no. No.
Hey Siri.
You still gotta cook. You
Hey,
still
Alexa,
gotta get the
Remind
groceries.
me to pay PSE&G at 4 p.m.
And that's how I know y'all don't manage homes.
I manage mine, but I'm just saying.
That's how I know.
I'm just.
Wait a minute, Alan. Would you just let any old body come and cut your grass at your house?
Yep.
But
No.
but hear me out.
Thank you. No.
Okay,
Would you
wait.
let anybody
Oh.
come in your house and make a repair? No.
I got
Would you
you.
let any old plumber in your house to come and make a repair?
I
No.
got this.
No, you
I
don't
got
do
this.
that.
I got this. Hey Siri, find me a 5-star person to
not
come
how it
cut my
works.
grass.
Not how it works.
We can read reviews too.
Yeah. Oh, 5-star.
Not
Oh,
how it
Molly Maids.
works.
Molly Maids is coming.
Aaron, the only thing
I would never let a Molly maid into my
I'm
house.
saying, like,
They
a
come
housewife-
with great reviews.
From your standpoint, the only thing you saying that is hard is like you have to go through a litany of, let's say, 10 lawnmowers, 10 cooks.
No, I'm just saying there's a lot. Y'all,
The only a lot is you
Is
just
this.
said is
This is the lot that
you
y'all
wouldn't
doing.
let any and anybody be a nanny. Let any and anybody be that.
Yeah,
I understand that. But on a bigger scale, that's not the hardest task. What did you do today? Well,
I didn't say it was hard. I said it's a lot.
Okay,
I said it's a lot. I didn't say it's hard. All
In
the
comparison
tasks.
to the other person, a housewife, this is her 50-50.
Mhm.
If she was there for that guy while he was building so he can afford the house, that is your reward.
Mm-hmm.
Your reward is the ability that you do not have to worry about spending money. You do not have to worry about working. You do not have to worry about anything
Mm-hmm.
besides finding which architect you like to
Decorate the house,
decorate,
do the
and-
house,
and-
build the house.
But like, and usually, right? Because we all have seen memes, right? Where if a dude lives by himself, but he has a nice bathroom, a girl decorated it, right? Girls like to decorate, a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them. So like, this is your luxury. This is your leisure. This is part of your reward. As
Being a housewife is not a reward. Being a woman of leisure is a reward.
well, that's the same.
No, they're
thing.
not. No, they're not. If you're a woman of leisure, if you are a woman of leisure, you don't have responsibilities. Your responsibility is being a woman of leisure.
good and
If you are a housewife, you maintain and you manage the house. That's not a fucking reward. It's a job. Whether it's only 20 hours a week, it's still a job.
If there's no
You
kids,
complaining about a
If you
free-
trying to reward me because I was there through the tough times, let me be a woman of leisure. Let me be a kept woman. That is a reward. Rewarding me with washing dishes is not a fucking reward.
what dishes?
Period.
Dishwasher.
Listen, ladies, any woman that is out there, I'm pretty sure women that are out there is about 83.4% of men that would not mind if you were the one to, pay for everything, and he just worried about who to call to cut the grass, clean the pool, and clean the house, as well as maybe wash a few dishes.
I will be the
Cooking is
best.
subjective, but it's not a deal breaker. I'm just trying to say that it is a leisure to be able to have. See, this is the thing a lot of women don't understand, and me and my homie had a very long conversation. We were venting to each other about this. We was like, well, how much is PSE&G?
What is that?
That's their electric.
Public service.
Oh.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, you live in Jersey.
Okay.
We have Con Edison.
We got Con Ed. This ain't
Whatever.
company.
Oh,
This-
electric
all
company.
right.
Electric
Cool.
company.
Ready?
I'm sorry, surprised.
How much is the electric? Ready? Watch this. How much is the electric bill? I don't know. How much?
You asking me?
No. I'm saying this is what we said to our girl.
Oh.
Right? How much is the electric bill? I don't know. How much is the gas bill? I don't know. You know how much is the rent, right? That's probably because you know, right? When we got here. But other than that, how much is the phone bill every month? I don't know. Men go so far for taking care of everything to the point where you don't even have to waste a single mental space on how much the bills even are, let alone make the effort to pay them. Not every woman, but I'm just saying for the men that do. So now when we talk about leisure, to me it's crazy that I'm saving you the stress, I'm saving you the headache, I'm saving you the time to even know how much money is coming out of the pocket of the bank of the household
Mhm.
to take care of the household because I'm the one taking on all those burdens. But that's not leisure because I have to cook and clean and worry about how we're going to decor the house. To me, that's when I start to get confused on the level of gratitude. And I realize that a lot of women are not grateful for some of their positions because they want more and as they should be entitled to, but yet they're not willing to make the same sacrifices to achieve more. So be grateful with some of the things that you are getting. It is still a leisure. If you are a housewife, it is a leisure. There are a lot of women right now in 2022 who are busting their ass and struggling. Right now, it's telling me that 71% of all women, no, Yeah, 71% of women are making $900, $970 a week.
Compared to how much that men make? Just curious. 11.
1100.
Yeah,
Yeah, about
11 what?
1160.
All right, there we go. Just FYI, y'all.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother conversation. There's so many variables.
It's
on that.
Department of Labor statistics, my friend.
There's so many variables to the Department of Labor statistics. But what I will say is that there are a lot of women out here that are struggling. If $970 a week is struggling in your state, right? I don't know. But so for you to say, I don't even have to worry about working. I don't have to worry about giving 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year of my life to make only less than $50,000, not even including taxes being taken out. Let's say the medium, it says right here for women, is $23,000 a year. So you're telling me you're sacrificing 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year for $23,000 a year? Is not a leisure if you don't even have to put in that much time and effort for that little of money. That's crazy to me. So be grateful that you don't even have to worry about working. If you are a housewife, it is a leisure, even if you do have to maintain the house.
Can I ask you a question? How many housewives around our age group do you know?
3.
I'm gonna say 0 for me.
I only have 5 closest friends,
All right,
and me and my other 2 or is the 5 of us in a circle. No, there's only 2 people that know.
Okay, regardless, we just saying people you know, like people you know. You've been to their house, X, Y, and Z, so you know 3.
Oh no, there's
Yeah.
a lot. There's a lot
Of housewives,
Not in
Yeah,
my
women who do not work.
Yes, I know a lot. Yes,
shit.
Okay,
I know.
Shout out.
Yes, I do.
Oliver.
I'm 0 to 1.
Okay,
A good amount.
I'm gonna be honest.
Gotta be
I
a
know.
dozen things.
I know
I got
about
about-
10 married men that I talk to, and all of their wives don't work.
I don't know many housewives. Maybe 3, and this is literally from all of like people I know who have incomes down here to incomes all the way up here. Most of the women I know work. One because we have to. One because we don't want to be stuck the fuck out.
Why do
2,
you have to?
I don't know. People. I mean, don't you like work so you can live?
No, I asked you. Why do you have to?
Why do I work?
No,
The people that you
The
know,
people you know.
why do they have
My bad.
to?
Have to.
And I mean by have, like when I hear have,
Because because you need money
To
to
do-
live.
to live how? But like, see, there's a difference between having money to live good and having money to live. So when we hear have is a non-negotiable, no option. That means if I don't work, right? If I do not work, I do not eat. That's have.
Okay, I have to work. Like I said, the people
yo,
like I
Aaron is
said.
lying.
No, I'm not. Like bills don't pay themselves.
Aaron, you're
Whether I pay them or not, they don't pay themselves.
whether I pay him or
I'm
not.
just saying, like,
Yo, stop, Aaron. You
Listen.
don't have to do it.
Listen.
no, yeah, but the thing is that okay, look,
Listen, if there's any women out there that's willing to pay, and I'm willing to be a house husband. Just listen, I'm more than happy to be a house husband. Don't listen to anybody else's. I'm taking applications.
let's talk about that.
How long y'all been together, bro?
Been together. We've been together for more than 10.
Sounds like love.
Oh yeah, it was there.
Sound like ownership.
ownership.
Ship.
Yeah, you know how once you get into a certain time frame, it's like, yo, bro, like you own so much of my time. I'm not about to just let you go.
You mean like of your life?
Yeah,
Like you had this much time. Like,
Yeah.
nah, we ain't trading this in yet.
Yeah, I'm not about to just. Nah, I'm too far. I'm too heavily invested into this.
Oh no, I'll go purchase a new car. Like I ain't about to sit here and ride this out.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna trade in my
I'm gonna
whip.
trade my car in and get something brand new. What I look like just sitting here riding around in this.
In the 10 years that you've been with her, what do you think was that pivotal point that like made you say, we're not working out anymore?
The pivotal point is when
Not working out.
we're not working out.
Yeah, because you said there was good times.
Yeah.
You were in love. You didn't probably foresee breaking up.
Pivotal time, I would say, her going to therapy.
I've been saying so many things about this, and everybody wants to go with the statistics,
Of what?
but this is not in the stat. Go ahead. I be saying, yo, therapy is not always good. But
No.
go ahead.
Yeah, therapy's not always good because I'm glad that she's finding herself, but at the same time, her finding herself and being self-aware and being more about herself because she was a giving person, it became a burden because she don't care about the relationship, which is the teamwork. So then it became hard times. Like even when I'm trying to build, she's looking at it like it's just me, instead of it being us. But the therapist was more so on that side of the fence instead of, hey, you need to fix this up.
Probably because you have to deal with your singular
Yeah.
personal issues and whatnot before you
Do
can
domestic
focus
partner.
on a partnership.
I'll give you that, but how long am I supposed to sit here and let you work on yourself?
Forever.
And when you're not working on us, so that means
I agree.
basically I'm taking the butt of the bat just to try to get you to where you want to be in life.
Hold up. Be
Damn.
at her 0.
Basically, like I'm basically at the 0. Like, all right, like waiting until you fix yourself for me to be up there. Like, okay, you good now? All right, let's continue this ship rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
So it's not even necessarily that like therapy messed it up. It's more so that
Well,
no. It's more so that
there's a cause
her-
and an effect.
No. It was more so what she gained from therapy. She started to
Realization.
prioritize herself more than she ever had,
Mhm.
and you weren't used to that.
No, I'm supportive of it. I'm like,
No, I'm saying, but you
Oh.
weren't used to her prioritizing herself because you said she was a super giver and X, Y, and Z,
Mhm.
and so now she's just put herself before y'all.
Everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I have no problem with her putting herself forward, doing her own decisions. I have no problem there. The problem I have is like, hey, we need to fix us, and you're more so on. I'm about
Yeah,
myself.
exactly. So she's prioritizing. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but that's not. Yeah, she's prioritizing herself, but she's at that point the relationship is damn near done though.
Mhm.
So what you want me to do? Am I supposed to build this house by myself without seeing you work?
You were telling us about how y'all been together and
Mhm.
about how the therapy kind of switched the things up. If you can, I would love to hear like more in depth about your story, yours personally, yours with your wife,
Yeah.
correct? And educate us here at 8 at the Table. We've learned that a lot of people who actually do go in depth of their life and vulnerability and transparency or whatever their situation is,
Okay.
it resonates and it has the potential to save somebody else.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important for us. It's like, this is my perspective. It's important for us to do as a, giving to the community. You never know who could be in your same situation.
Of course.
Situations.
Yeah.
So, not as far as you'd like, all the way.
All right. So all right. Matter of fact, I'll give you like when it started going south.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. It was all good about a week ago, and look, basically, what happened was me and her was on good strength. Me and her talk, communicate, and everything else. Everything started going south right after COVID, because me and her built so much of a bond during COVID, which for some reason every other couple was breaking up. Like it was a high divorce rate because people realized that they can't be around each other 24/7. Me and her discovered that me and her could be around each other 24/7. But once COVID let go, it was more so I went back to doing comedy shows, filming, acting, so I wasn't there as much. So with that being said, and at the same time, she went to I hate to say this word, but like a mental breakdown, and she needed to go to and she went to therapy, and she discovered herself. She talked to a therapist, figured out who she was, and I have no knock against that. But then she realized that she gives so much that she wasn't getting nothing in return. And since she wasn't getting nothing in return, all of a sudden it became about me. By the time I picked up and found out what was going on, it was, tad bit too late. And then it was just like, I'm trying to rebuild this house and she don't want to build this house. So it's like, why am I trying to build this house if you don't want to live here?
So are y'all like together right now?
As of right now, we are separated. That's why it's in the middle.
Are y'all still
Complicated.
sexually
complicated.
active? I gotta ask. Are y'all still sexually active?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have y'all been separated?
Beginning of this year.
So almost a year now.
Yeah, almost a year now.
And what is that? All right.
Okay, I have a question.
All right, go ahead. I have
Sorry.
so many.
All right, let's go.
So you were saying that she realized that nobody was pouring into her.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about being told that you were essentially on zero?
Yeah. I felt like a piece of shit because of the fact that when she didn't have a job, I worked 3 jobs, but it was like that wasn't pouring into you. Like I say you're beautiful. I say, hey, let's work out. Hey, let's do this together. Hey, let's do that together. And if she doesn't want to do as much, it's just like I'm like, how am I not pouring into you?
This kind of goes back to like love languages.
Damn, this sucks.
You kind of have to do So if you give somebody flowers and they don't care about flowers, it's really like giving them a
Nothing.
bag of trash.
Yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
you're absolutely correct. But I even went so like, all right, for instance, she said I wasn't giving a lot and everything else. Like she liked flowers.
Mhm.
I would pick her up flowers because it's Tuesday
Mhm.
and come home and be like, hey, boom, surprise. At the point where I realized this was going south was when she took the flowers, put them on the kitchen table, and just left them there.
Wow.
2 days later, those flowers is dead, and I'm like, damn.
They didn't even mean anything.
Yeah, exactly. But she
didn't mean
said I
something.
appreciated those flowers. No, you didn't. The flowers is dead.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was to symbolize your relationship was dead.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
So let me ask you a question. I have so many questions, but everybody will go.
Of course.
So you were together. I'm just trying to do math. 2022,
It,
2020.
it's been a
6
minute.
years, 8
He
years.
said 10.
It's at
right?
10.
No, before COVID.
Before
Oh.
before COVID, it's been a minute. Put it like
It's been
that.
it's been a long time.
Yeah, we in double digits.
So, and during majority of that time, I'm just trying to understand. You were working and being the sole provider.
No, me and her, it happened at one point where she has lost her job, and we needed this money to come in to take care of the bills and the house and the mortgage. So I took on 3 jobs just to maintain. And I was at the point where I was going from one job, sleeping in the parking lot, to just go to the next job.
Sheesh.
Like I felt I was falling asleep on like a drop of a dime. Like we had family dinner. I'm like, I'm gone.
And then you weren't pouring into her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see where I was not pouring into her. Like I was trying to have her back. I'm supportive wherever she needs to go to. I'm like, hey, let's do it.
So when she wasn't working, what was she doing?
When she looking for a job, like I ain't gonna knock her. Like she was definitely looking for a job that was paying what she was getting paid or as of more.
How long did this last?
I was doing like about like maybe like less than like 6 months because she found a good job after that.
Okay. And then?
And then it became back to the ordinary grind with just me and her. We was still on good terms. It didn't go sideways into after COVID.
Now I'm trying to figure out how long was it? Like that was a pivotal
But
stretch.
before the COVID, it was I would have to say about like 8 years before COVID.
Damn. So you guys were good for 8 years after that moment. Then COVID came. You spent a lot of time with each other. After spending a lot of time with each other, she felt, and then you went back to work is when she started to feel as if things weren't fully fulfilling her.
Exactly. Like when she started going to a therapist and realized that what she wasn't was getting what she wanted to get out of it, then that's when everything was turning to the left.
Is she, this is obviously one-sided story, of course.
Of course.
Is she, do you feel as if she's a better person since therapy?
Not partner, just person.
Not
Single
partner,
person.
person, yeah.
Person, I would give she's a better person, but she just at this point now she just sucks at communication.
Was she better communication before?
No, it's just worse now because now I know for the fact that like if I ask her questions, she's like, I don't feel comfortable, and she'll walk off. Before it's just like not get an answer. Now it's like I don't feel comfortable, and that's the end of that conversation.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah. So with me, it's
Are
like
you willing to move on?
Yeah.
What about if she moves on?
I don't really care. She can.
So it's over.
It like I would say it's over, but
It's
like
on the brink.
it's on the brink. Like it's thin ice. Put it like
Bro,
that.
it's over.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I don't know. Like a lot of
Bro,
a lot
it's
of
over.
No.
I can't
Do
really.
you want me to be real with you here at the table?
Yeah, please. No,
A
hell
lot
no.
of
That's
people
like hell
go
no.
through a lot
No.
in their marriages.
He said beginning of this year. If I just said January, it's been almost a year since they've been separated. They're not communicating on the same terms. She's prioritizing herself, which is nothing wrong with,
At all.
right? And at this point, it's not over in the sense of the longevity of life. Maybe in 4 years from now. But what I'm saying is, if you're willing to move on and you're okay with her moving on, anything can happen in these next moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And which that means you'll be shifting your focus, which means it's over because technically speaking, you're not still dialed in on, even if you're not together, you're not dialed in on rekindling back that relationship. You're just leaving it to be left for dead if
But
the
he
right
still wants
situation
it.
comes around.
I'm basically at the point where I'm like, go ahead and finish your self-worth, self-discovery, and if I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not here,
Yeah. Your mind's
you're
not
shit
made
out of
up.
luck.
But your mind is made up.
Yeah, my mind is like, all right, I know my decision, but at the end of the day, I'm here for my kids and my kids only.
Exactly.
Oh, you have kids together.
Yeah, we have kids together.
Oh shit.
So at the end of the day, is whatever makes my kids happy is what I'm going for.
So would you be okay with her moving on with somebody else raising your kids?
No. First off, raising the kids ain't gonna happen because I am a proud dad.
Yes.
So I am always in my kids' life. So nobody else is raising these kids but me. At the end of the day,
present.
She could go get a boyfriend, go do her thing. I don't care. At the end of the day, my kids is my responsibility.
I get
that the house is my responsibility. Her happiness, if I can't make her happy, it's her own responsibility to make herself happy.
Absolutely.
Go be happy.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important for people to understand that, man. Like, I think it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because, like, even I hate to say names, but Jada Pinkett Smith, she went online about 2 years ago.
Oh no, we not getting disrespectful to me
No.
she's being happy. No, we ain't doing that.
No, I'm saying Jada Pinkett Smith, who's married to Will for 2 decades plus years, at 50-something years old, discovered that it was her obligation to find her own happiness.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the part that's unfortunate, is that people can go throughout life, and this is why I be saying age doesn't mean shit. Because you can go throughout life and live to a half a century and just now click, oh, I have to find things that fulfill me.
Yes.
Which is kind of crazy, because then when you do have other relationships that have been, around for 10 plus a decade, or maybe longer, however long, it kind of like defeats the purpose of that decade if it is in conflict with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it served its purpose. It's just that
It did help me grow.
It did.
Right.
Yeah, like us going through our relationship definitely helped me out to be the man I am today.
In
So
what sense?
so I cannot knock her for making me who I am.
What man are you today?
I take care of the bills. I handle responsibility. I'm going after my dream, and yeah,
I'm doing my shit.
I'm doing my shit. Like, if
You know what that sounds like?
what's that?
It sounds like she helped you focus on yourself too.
No, I was focused on myself before. I'm a Leo. Yeah, I did semi-pro basketball before this. I played. I hooped. I followed my dream. I was everywhere in the world until my ass got hurt, and then it became, hey, I need to find something else that's gonna,
Wait, so it
Rub my
seems
ego.
like he was prioritizing himself early on, right?
Oh no, anything that she wanted help or she wanted to do, I was fully aboard.
No, but well, I guess
If she wanted to go to school,
No, he's saying
Go to
before
school.
they were together, he prioritized himself.
oh, before y'all were in a relationship.
and-
Oh, okay.
yeah, regardless of anything, I was prioritizing
Aaron was
myself.
waiting for that, by the way.
I know
can
she was.
see-
I know.
I've been working
Waiting
with her
for
so
what?
long.
It was in her eyes.
Yeah, I can see. I be waiting for it. I can
Well,
smell what she's about to say.
No, it's because earlier he said that her focus was off of the relationship and she was such a giving person.
Yeah.
So people who just give a lot, they don't ever like look for people to give to them.
Are you
but that's-
comfortable with telling a little bit of her backstory? I'm just-
Yeah, because you ain't about to get me killed. Like, you gonna have me
I'm
missing
just trying
tomorrow.
to figure out what made
In your sleep.
Exactly.
I'm just curious to like what made her such a giver.
No, but me and her are both givers, so that part wasn't that. Like, okay, like just a little bit about her is the fact that her mom raised her, and she was the oldest of 2 siblings. So that made her more responsible. Like, since mom was gone, she was the responsible one.
Gotcha.
So she was always a giver. Nobody really looked at her as being like about her how she feels about stuff. But to me being a giver, I thought that I was giving everything that she wanted, everything that she needed. It will come love, affection, supportiveness, had her back no matter what. I thought I was giving that, but apparently something I was doing was missing.
What about on her end? Did she fulfill or did she check off all the boxes for you?
Now or before?
Both.
She did when I was doing basketball. She definitely did. She was by my side. Hey, you need to make $800 so we could ride out to Canada and you could try out for this league. Yeah, she's right there with me. She's sleeping in the car. But when it became more so the comedy, acting, and such forth, she became not
The new
supportive at all.
stuff.
Yeah, all of it became. It's like, why you putting your stuff before me? And then it was like, yo, it's not me. I just need a purpose. Like, as a man, I need a purpose. I need something to do. I need something to chase. I can't just sit at home
Chilling,
doing nothing.
being sorry.
No, I gotta do something. I need a purpose behind this. And that was in comedy and acting is like, all right, I figured like this feels right. So there's my purpose.
So
But I actually appreciate like your
that's it.
transparency because I don't think a lot of men would be comfortable having a conversation saying, "Yeah, I sleep. Me and my wife, we're not on great terms. We still are friendly. We still are friends. We communicate. We work well. X, Y, and Z. We manage our home with our children, but we not fucking,
Nah,
or
not at all.
or we're not having any level of intimacy, whether it's cuddling on the couch or something,
Nah.
And I think a lot of men would shy away from that conversation. So I think that this is it's really good for people who have found themselves in these types of situations, especially when you still married, but you kind of like you in that weird purgatory
Yeah, I'm in
type
that
situation.
Yeah, I'm on the board. Yeah,
Can I throw hypothetical?
go for it.
If 3 years from now pass,
All right.
okay, so add everything up. I don't know, but add everything up when you're, what I'm saying, in your
No problem.
relationship. 3 years now pass. You go into relationships and you go out of relationships. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever you do, but nothing was serious.
Yeah.
You finally get to the point in your life where you're at the height of your acting and comedy career.
Yeah.
The previous 3 years plus however much time right now, your wife was not there supportive. You guys were communicating in regards to your children, of course.
Yeah.
But she's not there for you. But now you're at your height. You're at your point, and now she
The
wants to
answer's
come
yes.
back.
And now she wants to be supportive.
Now she wants to be supportive.
Nah, you can't be supportive now. Like, yo, 3 years don't make up. 8. Like that don't add
Wait,
up.
8?
Yeah, I've been doing comedy and acting for 8.
Wait, she hasn't supported you for 8 years?
Yeah.
Oh, my math must have been
Yeah.
off.
Still to this day.
Okay, yeah, my math was way off.
Oh, so 11 years.
Mm.
So
It's only 8. Like counting
I'm
this year.
saying, I'm counting the 3 years of my hypothetical.
Ah,
plus
gotcha.
the 8. You know what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying?
that'll be 11.
11, yeah.
Yeah.
So in 11 years, so a decade, a little bit over a decade, she doesn't support you, but she wants to come back when she finally sees your vision, when your vision has been realistically, accomplished.
Yeah.
You're not rocking with it.
Nah, we at that point we gonna stay friends and we gonna stay business partners and we gonna get this shit moving.
Remember what I told you earlier today, right? Just saying, if you go through it with your man, you will reap the benefits in full.
You may. Not
You
will.
may.
You may.
You may, most likely.
Anyway,
Let's not knock it. Like if I do make and I do succeed within the next 3 years,
She's still gonna
she's still gonna be good.
But that's the mother of your kids. So
Yeah.
kids, that's why I get that, but she's not reaping the full benefits.
Oh yeah, no,
of
she's
it.
not reaping
You know
the
what
full
I'm saying?
benefits. We ain't be like, hey, we wanna go Louis Vuitton today? Nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah. But you'll have your house because
Yeah, we got the house and everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
The house is
I don't
gonna be
know.
dope though.
yeah.
but you did say she made you into the man you are. So
Yeah, but no, still, we ain't going. My daughters,
It's not always been good. It's
my
not always
daughters-
been good.
my daughters all day. We going Louis Vuitton. Let's go. Her? Yeah, now you got to wait. We gonna go get Sheen.
no, you gonna come by there. She gonna have your daughter's
On Black
Louis
Friday.
on.
Exactly. Shoot, she already rocked my daughter's same size sneakers. Like they gonna have the same shoes. Like, wait, I know I bought Louis Vuittons for my daughter. And she gonna be like,
Those are ours.
exactly,
Then
All right.
You go to shoot again a little bigger.
exactly.
All right, guys. We gotta wrap this up. So we need all your info, your shows coming up. Let us know what's going on.
Ooh. Okay, we got a couple shows.
Because we support you.
Oh, thank y'all, please.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Thank you. Thank you. When you get this big, white people be following you. Yes. All right, we got a couple of shows. I got a couple of shows coming up, but nothing is set in stone because I haven't received no contract yet. But once I start getting them, I'll let you know. But you can really follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and everything else at comedian_Harry O. I will put up the days of my shows. I will put up where I'm having them. I will put up everything. Matter of fact, DM me. I'll let you know everything. You want behind the scenes? Why not? Come on and follow me.
Sounds
I
good.
definitely want to say I appreciate you for being transparent with us and telling us about your situation.
Oh, she gonna kill me. Yo, if y'all don't see me in 2 weeks, you know what's gonna happen. Y'all-
Right, it'd be a better joke for your next comedy show.
I'll be missing.
But everybody, please keep on liking, subscribing. Go ahead and get you a date box. Subscribe to that too. Subscribe to our Patreon, our YouTube members. We have a bunch of services that you can actually help support us because we come to you with this content independently, week in and week out. In the meantime, thank you for supporting us, and we'll see you next time at 8 at the table.